Welcome back, friends. Uh, the Indian elections 2019 are about to come to an end shortly. And in fact, the results of the Lok Sabha elections are expected next week on the 23rd of May. Stock markets have been jittery, but over the last couple of days, they have again started rising in the hope of a strong government at the center, which will implement pro growth reforms and policies which can rejuvenate the nation. I have a little word of disappointment as far as the elections are concerned. I really wish that these elections would have pointed out to the nation, to the people of this country, how exactly the respective political leaders will take the country forward over the next 5 years. There has been very little talk about how and what policies these leaders are going to adopt to take the country forward over the next few years. Most of it has been bashing each other and not coming to the point how new jobs will be created, what would be the new priorities of the government on taxation, on growth, on development, on infrastructure. We hear very little of it. Anyway, coming to the stock markets and the impact this can have once the final results are announced on May 23rd. I have a little difficult but a bold prediction to make. I believe that the results are going to disappoint stock markets in general. There is not going to be a clear majority for any particular political party, and this is going to unnerve the stock markets. The government at the center has a very good chance of returning back to power, but this time they will have to form a weak coalition government and may have to take support from allies such as the Biju Janata Dal in Orissa, the TRS in Telangana, and may have to even cobble up some support from some of the parties in UP, which is going to create a lot of havoc and unexpected turbulence in both the financial markets as well as the general population of India. This is probably going to be one of the most unnerving things that is going to happen next week. And I strongly believe that investors should take steps to safeguard their interests. Time and again, I'm hearing, and many polls and exit polls are also due over the weekend. But a lot of people seem to be in a rush to predict a very strong majority for the incumbent government, which I do not think is going to happen. They are going to fall short of an absolute majority. This is based on various scientific analysis, on grassroots analysis that our team has done, and we believe that at the end of the day, there's a weak coalition government on the cards. Investors should stay on the sidelines. Not only the fact that a weak coalition government is coming in India, but there are certain geopolitical tensions which are not being factored into. Iran US conflict is not being factored by most global markets, and they're underestimating the importance of action probably that US may take against Iran because of the nuclear threat that Iran is now posing. Also, the US China trade talks, I believe, are not going to be successful, and this is going to lead to trade sanctions and increase in tariff rates, which would lead to a great amount of disenchantment in China and other parts of the world. As you have seen, the emerging market currencies and stock markets have already nosedived, and this is going to continue further as the new talks that are being held between US and China, including a meeting between Donald Trump and Xi scheduled in June. I don't think any of these are going to result in anything fruitful, and global stock markets are set to nosedive. So, in addition to that, increasing geopolitical tensions in the Gulf, in the Middle East, are going to lead to a rise in oil prices, which would also be very discomforting for countries such as India, which are net importers of oil. Bearing all these things into consideration, plus the fact that the Indian elections are not going to lead to any strong government at the center, but is going to, in fact, lead to a fractured coalition government. This is my prediction, maybe a bold, you may call it. I advise investors to please start thinking of lightening their positions and staying on the sidelines. You should easily be able to get most stocks that you desire at 15-20% lower than the levels at which they are currently. Happy investing. Take care. Bye bye.